Hi, folks. Pastor Paul here, and I'm realizing that we're having to make some real sacrifices. Look at this. I'm almost down to the end of my poppy seed dressing, and all I've got left is these three and the other three in the refrigerator. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I found out I've only got one can left of mushrooms, and the fresh mushrooms are completely gone. For my pizza on Sunday night. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm like you. I've only got, 500 channels on TV, and how are you supposed to find something in a situation like that? And the cans of SpaghettiOs, I really don't like the alphabets. I feel childish. I want the O's. I want the real O's. But can you get them? I don't think so. Or your branded toilet paper. What are you supposed to do with a situation like that? And frankly, talking about sacrifices, I don't look that good in a mask. I don't care where I am. I just don't look as handsome as I normally do. One of my family members mentioned that he never thought he'd see the day where he walked in to see his bank teller with a mask on and asked for money. Under the circumstances, you might find yourself doing just that. In previous national crises, there really were real sacrifices made. I heard about I saw a video of a couple who in Michigan were protesting having to make these sacrifices, and the man clearly explained that he wasn't able to buy the lawn fertilizer that he always had at the store he wanted, and the woman actually bent over and showed us she needed to get to her hairdresser because her otherwise apparently black hair, you could see, she showed us, was turning white right down the middle. Are these really sacrifices? In a national crisis, which this certainly is, economic and health-wise and otherwise, in previous ones, people went without food. They limited their meals. They ate more simply. They had a lot of soup. They didn't have gas. It was rationed. They really had to change their habits. And they knew they were going to get out of it, but it was a sacrifice they had to make. There's a passage in the book of Romans in chapter 12 where Paul writes, I appeal to you, therefore, brothers and sisters, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. We're getting ready for worship tomorrow. Part of our spiritual worship is being willing to make the sacrifices for the greater good right now. And as you and I do that, we demonstrate the sacrifice that our God has made for us in Jesus Christ. See you tomorrow.